Signs of spring are everywhere, which means Easter is coming. Welcome to this episode of Variations, where we focus on Easter. We're glad you're watching.
Please allow me to paint a picture, set the scene. I want to tell you about this one week. It was something out of this world, something never before seen. Holy is the road upon which he strolled, not upon a horse, but on a donkey he rode. The people parading, praising him, proclaiming this mortal man as king. They got to pondering, considering, what could this be? What are we about to see, to witness? This gift is right in front of me, the big three. Not the champs clothed or clothed in green, but the Trinity. Unless a grain of wheat falls into the earth and becomes ceased, it remains the same, just a grain. But upon death, like a tree, ripe fruit you will see. Through death, he's giving everything to you and to me. Scene 2, a Thursday evening, we'll say, maybe late afternoon, in the upper room. JC and his crew breaking bread, sipping smashed grapes, a bit of juice to get loose. He tells his 12, this is the truth. One of you is gonna do what you gotta do, but I will always love you, though I will no longer be with you. You'll see me again, my friends, not in the skin nor the flesh. Can you recall what I told the Jews? The dudes in the crew were like, why can't we roll with you? Not now, but later. After the cock crows thrice, the warning of the flock will arrive. Peter will disown me 3 times. Thomas, not yet the doubter, wanting to settle the chatter, asked of the teacher, what is the way? To which he replied, I am the way, the truth, the light, and the life. Scene 3, prepare to weep, some sense of familiarity, police brutality. Not here in these American streets, but somewhere way over there in the Middle East. Now is your time of grief. In the end, you will find peace. Those who believe in me also believe in G-O-D. Those will forever be free. I have told you these things. Like him, there is no other. Después de la tristeza, you will discover. Pain won't last forever, but you are sure to feel trouble. If you can just hold on, be strong, and endure. His body lay bare for all to see publicly, his lifeless body hanging from a tree. Dying slowly. Father, take me. My work here is complete. Deprived of all dignity. Bound are the hands and the feet. Nails through the palms. Prepared to bleed. No longer able to breathe. A slow suffocation. Excruciating. Painful punishment. Mocked in his misery. The misunderstanding screams. Softly he speaks. Forgive them, Father, for they know not what they do. Look, the boys in blue. A centurion. An accomplice unable to look away. Unwilling to intervene. Determines the victim is certainly the son of G-O-D. If only all of society would see me as a child of divinity. Scene 4, day 3. The tomb where his body lay, now empty. How could this be? Woman, why do you weep? My God is gone, where is he? Mary, Mary, why you bugging? Was it the thugs stealing and mugging? Nope. Remember what he told him? He'd be back again. Many a theory swirl, different interpretations, different nations around the world. But if you truly believe, dive deep in your faith when you ask yourself how and or why. If their faith was weak, why would the whole crew have been ready to die? Where lies the power to live a better life? Doubt tied to faith is where we let God enter in. Ask Thomas, who was moved from doubt to belief again. For he is risen. The Lord is risen indeed. The Lord is risen indeed. And what makes this story so special? I'll pass the mic to Reverend T.
What makes Easter special? Since the ancient of days, there have been spring celebrations. The cold, dark days turn into bright, warm days. Trees begin to bud, flowers blossom, animals are mating, and eggs are hatching. New life is everywhere. When everything seemed dead, spring gives us what feels like another chance at life. In the ancient days, the gods were responsible for this gift. The ancient Egyptian god Hapi flooded the Nile and brought life to the surrounding land, which was celebrated in the spring Shimu festival. Ancient Greeks celebrated spring with a wine tasting festival, giving thanks to Dionysus, the god of wine. Ancient Rome held a spring festival to honor the ancient god of fertility, Liber Pater, where young men shed their boyhood attire and put on the virility toga of manhood. Many things Christians have embraced for Easter celebrations came from the spring festival Ostara of the Celts and Saxons. This festival gave us colorful Easter eggs, rabbits, and baskets filled with sweets. Eggs have always been a sacred sign of fecundity. Some creation stories say that Earth was hatched from an egg. And rabbits? They're known to breed many times during the spring. Eggs and bunnies eventually merged to become the Easter Bunny, and the tale of a rabbit laying eggs and hiding them in gardens came. People made nests for the rabbit in which to lay her eggs, and eventually nests became decorated baskets, and the colorful eggs were swapped for candy, treats, and other small gifts. These days, we know the science behind how babies are made, and we understand the rhythm of nature. Many don't see what God has to do with those things. The problem is that Easter is more than just a celebration of spring and bunnies and trees budding and new life. It is also about belief in God who brought Jesus back to life. I remember a fellow seminary student who had a horrible experience as a young child. She had been tied up, abused. She said in one of our classes that she needs a God who knows what it's like to be forced to the ground, face down in the dirt and held there. She needs a God who will be down in the dirt with her. And she needs a God who is powerful enough to rescue her from that place. She survived, not by any apparent supernatural intervention. Still, she credits her survival to believing God was the kind of God she needed. Her words remind me of Elie Wiesel's book, Night, where he described being marched past victims who were hung at death camps. He heard a man ask, "For God's sake, where is God?" Wiesel heard a voice within himself answer, "This is where, hanging here from the gallows." I don't know how Wiesel survived, but he did. And he went on to win the Nobel Peace Prize for fighting against all odds to give all held down and abused people another chance at life. There's no proof about the existence of God, except perhaps in the difference it makes in the lives of people who believe. Easter offers hope because of a God who inspires us within the realm of science and natural law to do more than we think is possible. A God who moves human beings to imagine a future apart from the trajectory of the past. Only hope such as that can imagine a future apart from the present full of oppression and abuse, disease and death, war and worry. That's what Easter is about. It's more than spring. It's unbelievable hope. Happy Easter, everyone. Thanks for watching season 2 of Variations with us. I hope you've noticed where we've been doing some tweaking around the content and all the things that we're putting together for Variations. We'll be doing the same for season 3. We'll take a couple of weeks to evaluate and put together some of those ideas. So be patient with us, but watch. Season 3 will be coming in a couple of weeks. For today's episode, we hope we have given you some inspiration to think about this season as something more than just trees in bloom or the birds singing. We hope that it has given you something to think about in terms of what you can believe in. If you enjoyed this episode, like us and share it with a friend, and be sure to subscribe. We'll see you soon. In the meantime, happy Easter.